Hey, what's going on YouTube? Franco here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how we create our winning ads for our agency and also the processes that we use, the systems we use, and everything after the ad, from our funnels to what we do on the sales calls. So it's going to be just a back end video, show you guys what we're doing right now. In the last 60 days, we've spent over $5,000 in ads, and in the last 30, over 3,000. And I have a lot to show you guys that we've learned from it. So let's get into the video. Creating a winning ad and what happens after we create that winning ad. So here are the main AI tools that we use to create our ads. And honestly, at the moment, we're using a little bit of each. So really, ChatGPT was the first thing that we started doing and had ChatGPT generated images. This is a really good one if you are just starting off and you don't really know what to do. Obviously, if you prime your ChatGPT correctly, from there you're going to be able to get a lot of ads and ideas and videos and pictures from it. Obviously, I highly recommend you pay the $20 or $30 a month for it, and you can get unlimited pictures. So ChatGPT is a really good one. The only downside about it is that it is becoming very, very popular now, and ChatGPT makes ads look the same pretty much for everyone. So, for example, if you're running a ChatGPT ad, you're going to see that there's probably other agencies or other companies out there running something very similar. And not just in words, but I mean the characters and the type of AI it uses to create the creatives. They all look pretty similar now. So, in that case, what you can use chat for is to just generate the picture and then give it over to something like the Canva AI or Gemini, and it will be able to change it up and make it look a little bit spicier, a little bit different, and more unique. So Canva is really where everything you see here, anything from Chat, VO, or Gemini, anything from these AI sources that we use. If we get anything from there that we like, we just put it into Canva, and then Canva is like the final editing stage. So that's where you do the final, copy, and all the words are going to be on the ads. And then also you just make sure everything's looking good, and you can use Canva Pro features as well to make sure that everything's going very well. Obviously, if you have a background in marketing and you can do everything your own without using AI, that might be a little more unique and might work depending on your niche and where you're at. So these are really the main things we're using. We're getting into Gemini a lot right now because it's pretty unique and it's pretty good. So that's pretty much it for the creative part. VO, we're keeping it pretty simple. We're just testing out VO ads right now and something more unique. Obviously, you guys know VO does the gorilla holding up the phone and recording the video. We're trying to do something different along those lines, though. We'll see where it goes, just in testing phase right now. But creatives, these are really good starting options. And for creatives, you can also just use Canva ads that are just blank backgrounds. So you can just do the words by themselves without having an actual creative. So just a white or black background with a couple words that catch people's attention, and try that. So we have 4 or 5 ads running right now, and one of them is just words with a white background from Canva. And it's actually, in the last 4 days, I think the one that's gotten us the most leads. So you don't always have to get fancy with these. If you're just starting off and you have something like 20 bucks a day, you can just go ahead and do the Canva ad. I highly recommend you just do a $20 a day Canva ad, and that's just like a baseline of ads that you're going to get. If it's good quality, like pay per close type or pay on appointment listings and stuff like that, you're going to get a lot of leads. So that's what I recommend you guys do with the Canva if you're just starting off. Obviously, all these other options are good. And then one last thing that's not on here, which I can't really represent because it's just filming yourself with your phone and making like a more organic video, which right now everybody's using the type of VO AI and all these other AI agents and people that look real. But after a little bit, people are starting to catch on that they're AI. So I mean, maybe 6 months ago it was brand new, but right now I think having a good organic video that's highly edited in a good way, not too much, but also not too little, can go a long way. So that's actually what we're working on right now. And we'll go ahead and obviously in a month, we'll see where that ad gets us, and I'll check back with you guys on that one. But after you create an ad, obviously you're going to go into your Facebook and you're going to craft your hook, offer, and everything like that. Right now, doing pay per appointment or something along those lines for your agency is going to work pretty well, just because you're going to be getting a lot of leads. Also, what works is guaranteed results, or maybe putting your guarantee out there as well. Something different than just, get X amount of appointments in 90 days or something. Everybody's seen that one. So try to be a little unique. Try to maybe say pay pay per appointment only, or something like, you know, pay as you go, or whatever the case may be, something to attract people. And obviously you're going to be getting a lot lower quality leads with ads like these, but that's okay, because that's why you get into the following, which is setting. Setting people is very, very important. So what we do on our agency, because we're running a mix of ads, we have, ads that are good quality leads that get a couple less than what we want, but they're good quality. And then we have, ads that get us 3 or 4 a day, but they're not a high or the best quality. So in that case, what we start doing is calling them an hour or two after they book, and making sure we get on the phone with them if possible. Sometimes you can't get on the phone with them, but if you can, you just want to make sure that they're the correct person you want to work with, that they have money, and you just want to gauge them. Obviously, the biggest thing you want to do in your setting is making sure you put a form on your funnel so that you can ask at least 2 or 3 questions, like how much money they have to 3x business right now, or how much closings or deals they've gotten in the last 6 months or year to date, whatever you want, just to be able to get some more information, engage where they're at, and see if they're an actual prospect that's willing to possibly buy your agency and work with you. So if they have no money right now and they have no deals, you might just want to call them and shoot them straight and not waste your time or theirs on a 1 hour meet, and then they get to the end of the Zoom and they have no money. So that's what I've been doing. It's worked pretty well, so it gives us more time throughout the day to do other stuff. Obviously, from there you're going to go into the booked appointment and get into the sales call. So if everything goes great, obviously you get into that sales call. We've been getting into a lot less sales calls lately, to be honest with you, but that's because we've been being a little bit more upfront and obviously doing a lot more setting and more strict on that, so we don't waste our time. Like, guys, I'm telling you, a month ago we would do like 3 or 4 sales calls each per day, and it was tiring because they weren't good quality. So we changed it up. Now we're only doing 1 or 2 a day, but they're actually good sales calls, and we just go from there. We've learned a lot about sales in the last 30 days. The biggest thing I can really say is just relax, be yourself, and ask questions. Take the time to ask the questions. Like, I have a sales coach who has taught Devin and I a lot in the last 30 days. And the biggest thing you want to do is just talk to them like a normal human, be excited on the call, be higher energy, and make sure that you're in control of the call and you're in the frame of the call. The frame is yours. So what that means is you get into the call and you set the expectations. You're the one asking the questions. You're not getting ran over by them. You're not getting asked continuous questions off top. You need to be the one asking the questions, probing, and finding out if they're a good fit and if everything's going to work out perfect. Obviously, that works at the end to handle any objections as well. So if somebody just hops on the call and they start saying, tell me the price, you'd be able to know how to deal with that objection and how to deal with people who are just straight shooters, which sometimes, if they're straight shooters and they actually want to buy, great, but most of the time they're not. So you don't want to waste your time and just give them the price, because once you give them the price, they're just going to leave. So you want to make them see value. If you just tell anybody the price up front without showing them the value, which is in the questions you're going to ask them and the answers you give, then they're never going to buy if you just give them a price within the first 5 minutes. So that's the biggest mistake that I see a lot of agency owners, and I was doing the first couple of weeks of sales calls, is just within 5 minutes, you're dropping the price, or you're telling them how it works and you're telling them everything you do. And that's not really what you want to be doing. The best thing to do is to take 20, 30 minutes, maybe even more. On most of my close calls, I do 40 to 45 minutes of discovery. And then from there, it's literally a 5 minute close, and then you're done. So you want to take the time to actually go through all the important parts of the business and their business, and then get into pricing. Don't just skip around everything and then within 5 minutes talk about price and your whole system. You want to actually take the time to talk to them about that. So that's how you build value in the call, how you see them build value. That's what we've been learning right now. I just, take a deep breath before, let loose. Don't be all like, shrugged up and nervous, and just try to be yourself. That's the best thing, really. And then from there, if there's another option, obviously, if they don't book what we do, from there, they're going to be getting automated re-engagement. So emails, text. We even have, get free document for whatever your niche is. Get a free document on how to get more listings, or a document on how to get more roof clients, whatever, more roofing, HVAC clients, whatever your niche is. You can just give free content. Just have ChatGPT whip up a quick document for whatever your niche is, and then just have them comment something or text you back, yes, and then you send them the document and you try to give free value to get them re-engaged. So that's something that has been helping out a lot. People that maybe opt into your funnel but don't book a call, obviously you want to be calling them, texting them an email, but if they never respond after a few days, it's probably a dead lead. So then you want to set them up on this automated messaging and email system to make sure that they get hit by you at least once or every other day, and that they get free information. So one day they might be ready to book and you're good to go. So that's pretty much some of the tips and some of the things that we've been implementing that we've seen success with. And literally right after I did most of this, we closed the deal like 2 days after. So all this stuff works. We've been getting a lot higher quality leads. It's just about keep on finding out winning creative, keep on working on creatives, expanding the budget, and finding new ads that just keep getting good and better quality leads. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I want to know where you're at in your agency. Leave a comment below. I look forward to connecting with you guys.